Every girl
I do.
likes to take control of her wedding. So what happens when she has no say on her big day?
They are awful. We're not doing it.
Don't Tell the Bride is back.
This is ridiculous.
As ever, the grooms are in charge.
I want there to be a donkey at the wedding. I'm going to look lovely on our big day.
But with £12,000 to spend and just 3 weeks to throw the wedding of their dreams, have the boys pushed themselves too far?
Oh my God! You're fired!
With more shocking, more outrageous, and more daredevil weddings than ever before, will there be a happy ever after?
This is not the thing you get wrong the day before your wedding.
Will true love save the day?
Mum, what is that? Mum, what is that?
Or is it a countdown to disaster?
3, 2, 1!
Tonight, the groom who doesn't actually want a wedding
It is essentially a piece of theatre for the crowd.
plans the biggest day of his bride-to-be's life.
This is the one.
But will the steps he's taking to avoid the traditional
I don't know many people who've had a wedding on top of a car park.
have her sprinting for the exit?
They're putting themselves out there.
Can his unconventional dress save the day?
This is hideous.
Or has he completely forgotten it's a wedding?
In here?
You've got to remember that it's not a party.
Yes,
It
yes.
is a wedding.
East London lovebirds Hollie and James met 8 years ago when they worked in a Chinese noodle bar.
I taught Hollie how to serve noodles.
It was a weird situation to get to know someone because he was like my boss.
But there was no canoodling in the noodle bar for these two.
I wasn't really blown away. Like, had really bad trainers on, and obviously you always look at a guy's shoes.
It took 2 whole years for James to sort out his shoes and send Hollie head over heels. Cue the romantic I love him so much speech.
Gradually became good friends,
Yeah.
and that was it, really,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Oh,
Doors were closing for us both and...
For you, perhaps.
Very good. Yeah, we went for drinks, we sat there and split it from there.
they love each other really. But they have an even greater love in common.
I just love there's so much to do in London. It's like the world on your doorstep.
Yeah, it is.
With so much on offer, you'd think London-loving James would have plenty of ways to woo Hollie.
I like romance, I think it's a good thing. I'm sure Hollie wishes I would be a lot more romantic. I'm just not very good at it.
So romance isn't his strong point. But then again, neither is his memory. He's not good with dates either.
I said, what day is it?
Yeah, it's Tuesday. That wasn't the right answer.
It's my birthday, James.
Yeah. I've only ever seen her cry 6 times, and those 6 times have always been her birthday.
James may have been the boss when they met, but there's no doubting who's in charge now.
I think everyone can see I'm in charge. Not in charge. I'm like a friendly boss.
It's true. You are the boss.
I'm not the boss.
Holly's in charge.
She's even got her own emergency service to keep James in order.
I didn't know about the bed police until Hollie made it very clear that if I left the house having not made the bed properly, the bed police would be round and they would inform Hollie and me, and then Hollie would tell me off.
You might get a fine or a warning, but you won't get put in jail yet, don't worry.
Thanks.
And it's not just the house she's got in order. She knows exactly what kind of wedding she wants too.
The wedding day itself is really important. I like old things, I love vintage things. So something kind of traditional somewhere in the countryside with loads of twee little table dressings and flowers. Kind of going back to my roots, like in Lincolnshire.
Sounds lovely, but for unromantic James, there's just one problem with weddings. He hates them.
I don't like the stupid clothes, I don't like the silly outfits, I hate the speeches, they're never funny and everyone hates doing them. The first dance is ridiculous, the music's always awful, the food is pretty average, and the vows are cringeworthy.
Told you. So he's planning a wedding for a bride who loves weddings, even though he really hates weddings. Shouldn't be a problem at all.
We talk about it quite a lot, about our points of view on weddings, and it ends up with Hollie going, well, you'd have to do this, and I go, why do you have to do that? And get all grumpy about it.
We stopped talking about it.
With weddings so far off the agenda, this couple aren't even engaged.
Why are we not engaged?
Well, there'd be no point in getting engaged because we just couldn't decide on a wedding. I think it got to a place where we knew one of us would have to make a compromise. I just kind of thought it was going to be James making a compromise. Like, it's fine, he'll eventually do what I want. But that didn't happen. So I guess this is me compromising.
Well, considering James doesn't want a wedding, surely he's compromised enough.
This is shocking that we're here.
Yeah. It is surprising. I don't know why I'm here. I feel strong-armed into this, to say the least.
Aw, how romantic. The question now is, will Hollie get what she wants when it comes to her big day?
Whether you admit it or not, you are putting me slightly to the test. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I guess so.
And kind of going, you should do it to prove it to me. That you actually, I'm as committed to this relationship and love you as much as...
Yeah, I guess so.
I am petrified about the next 3 weeks just because I have 6 years of experience in knowing that when you get something really wrong, you'll be really upset. And this is as big as it gets.
It's time for Hollie and James to say goodbye.
Sweetness.
Yeah.
Don't make it bad.
I'll try my hardest.
The next time they see each other will be in 3 weeks at their wedding.
Bye-bye.
Good luck.
I'll see you in 3 weeks.
Yeah, I know.
But before I do, I have a very important question for you.
It's about time wedding-phobic James finally made things official.
Hollie Belton, in 3 weeks' time, will you do me the honour of being my wife?
Yes. If it fits.
It doesn't fit, it's enormous, but you know. There we go.
Yep, nothing says official like a cheap novelty ring. And for Hollie, reality is setting in.
I'm a little bit worried, but I'm excited more than anything at the moment. The ring's slightly on the big side. I'm just gonna have to grip it.
While Hollie makes her way to her parents in rural Lincolnshire, London-loving James, along with his best man Tom, head to one of the city's most stunning views. And speaking of views, James has got some pretty unusual ones when it comes to his wedding plans.
I'm wondering whether the wedding should just be like a really brilliant and beautiful celebration of London and where we live. A lot of London, let's be honest, is a bit dingy and gritty, and I love the idea of just taking something which is not particularly attractive, like a disused car park or disused warehouse space, just something which feels really dark and dingy and horrible, but turn it into like this amazing, kind of beautiful, spectacular environment. Something that if you wrote it on paper and gave it to Hollie, she would freak out. But I think once you're actually involved in it, she's like, oh, actually, this is kind of amazing.
Sounds foolproof.
So, a wedding which bears absolutely no resemblance to a wedding. Brilliant. Completely unaware of what James is planning, Hollie's made the 3-hour journey back to her family home.
It'll always be like part of my heart in Horncastle. It's kind of where I grew up and made me who I am. I really love it there.
First to meet her are sisters Jem and Soph, and they've already heard the big news.
Let's see the ring then. What is that? Looks expensive. Good quality.
And Mum's clearly impressed too.
Oh, sorry, God. Probably early.
Yeah. You better put it in a safe.
With a ring that'll go down in family history for all the wrong reasons, the girls hope the wedding will be remembered for all the right ones.
How are you feeling then about it all? I'm petrified.
Oh, yeah. Are you actually really worried?
Yes.
You're dreading it, aren't you? You are.
What do you think he will do? I just don't know. He doesn't like half of the things that a wedding involves.
Oh,
That's the point.
Oh.
That's why we're here. But I wanted to celebrate a marriage,
Yeah.
and James would rather have just kind of ran away and hidden it.
But James isn't running away. He's busy planning. The problem is what he's planning, which is less of a wedding and more of a party. Worse still, he wants it in this car park.
This place at night actually is genuinely quite scary. Where?
I think it's that black door up there.
That door over there. Literally, that is the complete opposite to an entrance to a church. A pea-smelling doorway. Wow.
A bit of pee won't put James off. With its rooftop bar in summer, this is literally James's #1 venue.
There we go.
Car park.
It's a car park.
Right. Back in Horncastle, home-loving Hollie has more traditional thoughts on where she'd like to get married.
The church I'd like to get married in is a small kind of local church where my sisters and parents got married. It's very traditional, kind of stained glass windows, a really nice old church.
Along with her sisters and Mum, she's taking a trip down memory lane.
That's my favourite part, the window at the end.
Yeah, it looks really pretty, doesn't it? It's lovely.
I don't think it's even about the church, how it even looks. It's just that it has lots of memories. You getting married here. You getting married here.
You getting married here? Yes, we all got married here.
Nan and Grampy got married here. Should we just walk down the aisle just in case I don't get to?
There is a
Belton, H. Belton. It's a sign.
The Belton family name is dying a death after you get married.
Yeah, so that's why I need to get married here, so it's like the final one. Full circle.
But while Hollie wants to celebrate her family, James's Peckham venue calls to mind another family altogether. The Trotters.
Here we are. That's an amazing view. If the idea was to try and do something completely different where you absolutely captured London, yeah, I think this is kind of perfect. I don't know many people who have had a wedding on top of a car park.
There's a good reason for that, James, you plonker.
History defines where you come from, doesn't it? I think you are who you are. Yeah, just because I moved away doesn't mean, like, my hometown isn't important to me. Of course it is.
See, that surprises me, because I didn't think it was as sentimental as that.
I think there's something quite quaint and cute about this location.
Is that the only thing if James has something in London? Are there many, like, quaint and cute locations?
I'm sure there are, but not that mean as much to me.
Yeah.
But James's venue means a lot to him. It has breathtaking views of London, and litter, and abandoned cars, but still. He's discussing price with Freddie, who works for the art collective who hosts the trendy summer bar here.
Really excited to be helping out.
Awesome. How much would it cost to hire for an evening?
Yeah, so normally charge about £5,000 for a complete dry hire. We're willing to negotiate on the price, maybe take it down to £4,000.
Thank you. Great to meet you too.
With the bar still closed for the next few weeks, they can only dream of how it will look.
I mean, the view in itself is enough, but I think with a bit of imagination and a few, a bit of thought, I think it could look quite nice out there.
It could look quite nice, just not necessarily for Hollie's wedding. And so, with his heart set on a rooftop party, James heads home. Back in Lincolnshire, Hollie's parents are wondering why you would let a man who hates weddings plan your wedding.
When did you decide that you were both going to
Get married? Well, we always talked about it. He asked me to get married a couple of times. I said no because we couldn't come to an agreement, and so we just
Didn't bother?
Didn't bother until I thought, well, what if I let James organise it all? What will he do? And then somehow he agreed to do it.
I would like to just think you're happily married. Divorce rate's high enough, Hollie, with
Well, let's worry about getting married first. The Peckham rooftop isn't a registered wedding venue. Thankfully, and fairly unexpectedly, James has realised that.
I would like to get married.
So he's booking a registry office for the day after his party. Ceremony.
That is wonderful news, thank you.
Legal wedding booked, James and his mate Matt are about to confirm the car park for his party.
So it'll be Saturday, May the 3rd.
The Build a Frank Bar is booked in between the 20th of April and the 15th of May.
But there's a problem. The rooftop bar will be under construction the day James plans on getting married.
Let me find out about these things and I'll get back to you tomorrow.
OK, bye-bye. The venue that I kind of had my heart set on and been planning around suddenly might not be available. There's lots of nice roof terraces around, but that was a bit more special. So yeah.
James's car park dream has stalled. Still, he won't let that spoil his party. Time to find some entertainment. Keen to keep his wedding local, he's had the perfect idea. He's going to hire Mike, their friendly neighbourhood busker.
Hey, beautiful. I'm getting married, which is kind of great news. And I, me and my girlfriend, have been walking past you, like, practically every week for the last 3 years. And I'd love it if you could come down for an hour and play some of your music for my guests.
I would love to do it.
That's great. I think I really like it. I mean, she loves the little touches when you do something which is really thoughtful and relevant to her life. And I think it's a nice little touch for Hollie that she'll really appreciate.
So that's the entertainment booked. But James has had some bad news.
We've just heard from the car park that they're pulling out, which means the wedding cannot be held there. So we need to find a new venue, and quickly, which is a bit of a kick in the teeth because it was a great venue and it was perfect. So yeah, it's a bit of a start again job, I think.
Could James's car park calamity be the saviour of Hollie's big day?
Hi, yes, I'm looking for a venue for my wedding.
A country house? A posh hotel? Maybe a stately home?
Ideally a multi-storey car park with great views. I desperately need something. I'm just wondering if your car park has any availability.
James's car park plan has hit the skids. Still, London's got plenty of other rooftops.
That's an amazing view.
He's not willing to give up on his dream of a gritty building.
That place isn't grimy or nasty, it's beautiful. I don't think it shows Hollie quite the effort that I want to demonstrate.
So it's back to Del Boy's stomping ground in Peckham. Gosh day. And a former cricket bat factory.
The first time you see that, you're just like...
Wedding venue.
Exactly. It's a pretty spectacular sight.
But will this bowl Hollie over, or just leave her stumped?
I like the idea of people being uncertain as they walk in, and people not actually know.
Is he for real?
Yeah, kind of. That's nice.
We're not getting a fine side on it.
It's a better view than I thought. There's the car park.
Yeah. You can't complain of that.
It's pretty noisy.
It is.
I think noise adds charm.
Yeah.
It adds a kind of realism to the whole thing. I think that's nice. It is not quite as dramatic, but this is a good space.
The best views in London.
James is meeting Jerry, who runs the rooftop.
How much do you charge?
I normally ask around £1.50.
So James stumps up £1,500 on a former factory. The perfect place for his urban rooftop party. In Lincolnshire, Hollie's brought her mum, sisters and friend Becky to choose her ideal dress for her dream wedding.
I want to wear something with lace, something quite vintage, maybe a little bit quirky, not the norm. Oh my gosh, I'm not sure. It's got too many bits going on. They're a bit sparkly, a bit frilly, a bit scary. I'm not sure about the sleeves. I think maybe they're a bit too sparkly. I don't like any of this. I don't know what I'm looking for. I'm really not sure. Something that's maybe not in this room.
If it's not there, hopefully it's in this East London clothes shop. James has decided to buy vintage, which to him means one thing.
Vintage clothing essentially is mostly second-hand clothes. In short, I suppose I'm looking for a second-hand wedding dress. Wow, that's for you, Tom, that is.
How about this?
It's not a terrible dress.
Should we put it on
The pile worthy of further consideration.
So not a terrible dress is the current criteria for the dress Hollie's going to get married in.
60s vision of the future.
Yellow as well.
That might just be because it's old, or coated in someone's urine.
It's a stain. Could be blood.
It could be blood. We'll find something.
Whilst the boys' gauge for a good dress is whether or not it's blood-stained, Hollie's standards are a tad higher, and she's struggling to find one she likes.
Oh, that's very sparkly. It does look pretty.
I'm not keen on the front because my boobs are way too small.
I don't think it's the one for you.
I feel so silly.
For once, James seems to be on the right track.
That's starting to get us somewhere.
He's looking at a vintage dress with short, lacy sleeves.
I mean, with all these, you've got the problem that they've been used.
I think Hollie will see the charm in that.
No, OK, well, let's go with that.
Amazingly, back in Lincolnshire, Hollie's trying on a lacy cap-sleeve dress. Could the boys be onto a winner?
You're like an old lady.
Uh-oh.
So this is what I thought it would look like in my mind, but now I've tried it on. I feel really stiff.
You've now tried on what you think you want, but you don't like it at all. So how's James going to be able to choose anything if you don't know what you want?
Lots of hope.
Poor man.
I'm Hollie.
I think the one on my right is too discoloured.
It's gone. That leaves us with one not hideously offensive dress.
So really scraping the definition of not hideously offensive.
Yeah.
And not very... It's not very nice.
Luckily, even James knows that not very nice isn't good enough. He wants Hollie to look stunning when she's standing on the roof of that cricket bat factory. So he turns to a fashion website on the internet.
It's got lace, important, and it's definitely wedding-y. And it's not bad.
I think it's really nice.
It's got a pocket, look.
That's quite cool.
Yeah, pockets are cool. But Hollie might have found her dream dress.
Oh, yeah, I like that. Yeah.
And it doesn't have pockets. Where on earth will she put her spare change?
Like vintage, those shoulders.
Yeah. Oh, turn around. Let's have a look at the back. Yeah, that looks really pretty.
I like that it's got straps, and I like the detail around the neck and on the shoulders, and I love the back. Because my back's way better than my boobs, so...
Luckily, James is looking at an elegant backless number 2.
This is totally not a wedding dress.
Does she like her bag?
I don't think it's a part of her body she feels particularly comfortable revealing to the world.
Oh, so near James and yet so far.
This is the one.
Is it the one?
Hollie's finally found her one. An elegant long vintage-style dress with diamante straps and exposed back. But James has plumped for the complete opposite. A short cotton dress with covered back.
I really like this one. It's cool. It's a knee-length skirt, but the way it's folded creates, I think, quite a little hint of surprise, which makes it feel a little different from a straight, sleeveless knee-length dress. Do you know what I mean?
I think it's really nice, and I can see Hollie in it. You're pleasing yourself, aren't you?
A little bit.
It's not a wedding dress, but James thinks he's cracked it with this statement Vivienne Westwood number. With the venue and dress sorted, James heads to Maidenhead to tell his older brother Doug all about the plans. Trouble is, they're not sure who else from the family will come.
It'd be nice to have some Fraser representation
there's been
there.
some speculation. It's a shame that certainly if Claire then can't come.
Yeah, it'd be great if Claire could come. She'd love to come as well, but
Robert's travelling.
giving birth, Rob's away. Emma said maybe, but the kids
family,
and
isn't it?
family
It's difficult,
stuff.
yeah.
That's fine.
James may not mind who turns up, but for Hollie, this wedding's all about family.
I didn't want to just run away. I wanted to make sure everyone was there, so it was a celebration with everyone.
You see, that surprises me, because I would have said that you and James would have...
I can't believe you're surprised by that. Why do you find that so surprising? I like big parties and...
I think probably also because James's brothers and sisters have all done that.
That's why he wanted to do it, but I didn't want to just run away.
It's a Fraser family thing, I suppose, not doing weddings the traditional way.
We ran away to Thailand. We did actually have a plan and did think about doing it in the UK, but so many other people then bring in their expectations.
Yeah,
and,
yes.
And you start thinking, well, actually, no, I had a vision for this and I was going to do it this, and I don't want to buy bridesmaid dresses.
No. See, I'm exactly the same place.
I feel guilty that I've given him the stress.
Why?
Because it's actually quite a lot to do.
Do you not think that he'll just do a wedding how he wants it, though?
I've said to him, I understand you don't like everything I want to do, so do it your way. So I'm hoping that he's not going to take that as, I'm going to do it exactly as I know she will hate.
Yeah.
Because that's not really who I want to marry.
Oh, gosh.
But will she want to marry a man who won't buy her bridesmaids' dresses?
I'll get it wrong and they won't like them and it just seems like a waste.
He's telling the girls to buy their own dresses. And he's insisting on a colour theme.
A little black bridesmaid's dress. I don't know why I'm tempted by black.
3 girls, black dresses.
Wow.
Well, at least black should hide the dirt from that roof. Even though James isn't buying the dresses, he will be accessorising them with name badges. He's just spoiling those girls' names.
In a weird kind of way, I almost see it as the equivalent of having a big birthday badge on.
Yeah.
It's I'm the bridesmaid. We've got to decide what they actually say, I assume.
Yeah. Do any of your bridesmaids have any kind of nickname or anything like that?
2 of the bridesmaids are Hollie's sisters, Jem and Soph. Nikki, the main bridesmaid, is called Stinks, which is vaguely charming. How much is that?
They're $47.50 each. We've got Jem, we've got a Stinks, and we've got a Soph.
They're amazing.
I hope she doesn't mind being called Stinks.
I think she'll find it affectionate.
Let's hope Nikki doesn't kick up a stink when she sees her necklace. We're about to find out, because James has asked Hollie's friends to deliver the bridesmaids a package. It contains a note explaining that they'll have to buy their own dresses.
Where's the love, James? Where is the love?
And their nickname necklaces.
I'm big and quite bold, but they're not as hideous as I thought.
Turns out they like them. Back in London, Nikki's receiving hers from Hollie's friend Nora.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That's our nickname for each other. Stinks. Every text message, every email. Hi, Stinks. Love you, Stinks. Well, it's not very subtle. No, it's not. A black dress and Stinks. Plastered around my neck.
It's quite fun. Would I pick it for my wedding?
James has stitched me up good and proper.
It shocked me, and I know James and I know Hollie, and I never expected that.
Thanks, James.
Don't thank him yet. He's not finished. Nikki shouldn't worry about people staring at her name badge. Not when they'll be staring at her head.
They can have a pineapple in their hair.
I'm sold. I love the idea of giving the bridesmaids a pineapple.
While Hollie's wearing a simple summer outfit, James buys himself a sharp formal suit. And instead of traditional shoes for the bride, he buys a pair of trainers.
I'm quite excited now. This is great. This is like one of those car crash ideas actually turns out could be amazing.
They're customised trainers, though, so that's all right then. It's 2 weeks since Hollie last saw James, and with no idea when her wedding is even happening, she's back in London, staying with Nikki on her houseboat.
How does it feel not knowing anything?
It's driving me insane.
It's actually driving me insane. So I thought this would be really fun and like, oh, it'd be a nice surprise. Actually, it's the surprise I've ever experienced in my life.
Little does she know, she's about to receive her invite via Mike the busker.
Have you got any idea?
I have just said now. I genuinely don't know. You're going to find out when you find out. I don't know when that will be.
Hello? Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Hello, Hollie.
Oh, my God.
James would like to invite you to your wedding.
Oh, my God.
Hudson, it's okay. Come on. Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
He sings at the supermarket in the car park.
On Sunday, the 4th of May.
Yes, it's on a Sunday, thank God. Oh, dear. Yes, I'm coming.
Excellent.
It's time for the stag. And what's James got planned? Clubbing? Strippers? Waking up naked in Belgium?
Darjeeling.
Come on, this is James.
Maybe peppermint tea with milk. It's like drinking a cup of toothpaste.
He may not want a traditional stag or a traditional wedding, but it seems James does want a traditional wife. He's surprising the girls with a lesson at a 1950s-style school for housewives.
Are we in the wrong era?
It's about to be the perfect housewife.
He's trying to teach you how to be a real wife.
Well, you're going to have to train that potty mouth of yours if you're going to please James.
To be a lady! To be a lady!
And what does a sensible groom with a love of London do on his stag? He climbs over the O2 Arena, obviously.
Right, here goes.
What is it with him and rooftops?
I think actually the wind adds to the atmosphere and improves the overall experience of people.
The wind is picking up, the rain is coming down, and James is quickly realising that not every cloud has a silver lining.
It's cold.
Yeah.
It's wet. We're on a roof.
Yes.
Is this ringing any alarm bells?
I mean, it would be things like this, wouldn't it? I mean, let's not mess about here. It would be and it's unpleasant. I mean, I'm wearing a boiler suit and I'm just a little bit chilly.
And the wedding's next week?
Next week. The view's amazing. It is also very cold and windy. If I was 20 minutes into a wedding on a rooftop in a party frock, then I'd be pissed.
Across town, the girls are already pip and merry. And here's an alarmingly posh lady.
Good afternoon, ladies. I am Diana, and I am your finishing school teacher for the day. I am here to give you advice on how to make your marriage a total success. Right, Hollie, may I see you cut the cake, please? No.
I say, Hollie is even more battered than that cake.
I think she needs a course on her own. And gently. Not like that, for heaven's sake. Napkin, please, not fingers, thank you. Elbows off the table. Very nice indeed. Rather much of a slam.
I'm the man, I'll do what I bloody like.
I am not much of a lady. I'm probably not going to change in the next week, so he still won't be marrying the lady he desires.
But for bridesmaid Nikki and close friend Nora, it's not Hollie being a lady that concerns them. It's how quiet she's become recently.
She's not very good at being vulnerable, is she?
No, and she will never come to you and say, I've got a problem.
I can tell when she's thinking about something, something's on her mind, because she goes really quiet, like, okay, just like, yeah, fine. But if something is not right, you're gonna know about it, like, yeah.
Finally, James's night begins to resemble a stag do. Maybe a bit low-key, but you can't have everything. And as the drinks flow,
very nice.
James's thoughts turn to his bride-to-be.
She makes every second of my life better. And I think that's kind of amazing to be with someone who makes your life a better life. Hollie will tell me if she's not happy. She might wait until a quiet moment and then she'll look at me in the eyes and go, this is totally not what I wanted. And that's something I'm dreading, because if that happens, I have to make this whole thing just pointless.
Wanting anything but a traditional wedding, James has planned a rooftop party, followed by a legal signing the next day. He's meeting up with his master of ceremonies to discuss what her role will be. And more importantly, what it won't be.
One thing I really don't like about weddings are speeches. Most speeches aren't great.
Are you having a best man?
I have 3 best men.
Do you want them to say anything?
No.
Okay.
With vows make me nauseous. As far as I can understand, it's as simple as, do you take her, do you take him?
Yeah.
Stop crying, you look okay.
Yeah.
You're now husband and wife, although that's not technically true because I can't actually legally do it, but hey, you are.
Right.
It is not a licensed venue. You are not officially marrying us.
Yeah.
It is essentially a piece of theatre for the crowd.
I totally get that you don't want to do a lot of things that you get at normal weddings, but you've got to remember that it's not a party.
Yeah.
It is a wedding.
Yes.
Right. And
yes.
I mean, will Hollie want a wedding?
Hollie will want a wedding. In trying to not be like normal weddings, I don't want them to reach a point where it is no longer a wedding. And that would be a disaster. So, yeah, that's good to know.
Could the groom who didn't want a wedding finally be planning a wedding?
Pressure gets greater the more I start to think about how important this day is for so many people. I don't want to be the enemy. I have a whole feeling I might come out of this as this idiot, which would be bad.
Having had a change of heart, James calls Hollie's dad to ask him to play a role in the wedding.
I would love it if during the ceremony, be able to share a few words.
Yeah, that's all right.
Perfect.
Better than having to stand up and do a long speech.
Well, exactly. I'm glad you said that. Also, it'd be great if you could walk Hollie down the aisle as well.
Yeah, I'll do that with pleasure.
Perfect. Thanks, Rob.
Okay,
much appreciated.
At last, a compromise. There will be speeches. And just to make sure people know this isn't a standard wedding, he sorts out some unconventional decorations.
Rather than confetti, I think party poppers is kind of funny.
An unconventional wedding breakfast.
Is this Mother Flipper's Burgers?
And some unconventional music for the bride to walk down the aisle to. Well, hopeless place, factory roof, call it what you like. It's the day before the wedding, and Hollie's about to receive the dress James bought online. Her friends and family have gathered at Nicky's boat.
She doesn't have a clue what he's got planned, and it's really getting to her.
He might have gone very casual, when in actual fact, all she wants maybe now is an actual wedding dress to look nice.
If James gets it wrong, he's got to live with it. Well, he's got to live with her.
Yeah, for the rest of his life.
James has asked his brother Doug to deliver the dress.
Are you nervous?
Yeah, I'm nervous. I don't know what I'm going to be wearing.
Hello.
Hello.
This is your outfit.
Oh God, it looks tiny.
It's quite small. It's designer. That's a good thing, right?
No, that's a bad thing. I don't want designer. I'm going to go open it.
On your own box. We'll wait in anticipation.
I guess all the best things come in small packages. I knew it was going to be lingerie. Where's some granny pants? They're massive. Bridget Jones.
Plenty of tape.
While Hollie wanted a long backless vintage gown, James has gone for a short cotton summer dress. But will she like it?
This is hideous. That is a tablecloth.
She's laughing.
No, she's not. She's crying.
Even I have no idea what he was thinking here.
Oh, no. Oh, God.
Holy crap. I don't mind it not being a wedding dress, it's just that it's like a really underwhelming dress. God, now I'm worried about the wedding. Who thinks this is a nice dress? What is it? What's he gonna think is a nice wedding? Oh my God. I don't think it fits properly. I'm not sure that's how it's supposed to look. Oh God, I'm not sure. What are they gonna say in there?
Are you going to be honest and say, I don't like it or I do like it?
I don't think I'd be any good at hiding the truth.
I was going to say, that's probably the worst thing we can do is lie because we'll look obvious, won't we?
If it's really bad, we can talk it up. So we've got to find the silver lining.
You look like a little girl.
Exactly. It is sweet. Yes, it's sweet, but I'm not going to a christening.
I can't even encourage you to like it because I think it's awful.
Slight issue, doesn't fit.
If it's at the front, though,
It's the
you
back.
could
Have
wear...
you seen my ass? I told everyone the back of me was the best side, not the front. If this is what is the best side, it's not very good.
I thought it was going to go really beautiful and really vintage.
I think it's just random.
Can I have a look, Hollie, at it? for this was cut away. It's got to be cut all out of here. Cause
Yeah,
that's
the
why
lining.
Luckily, James has set aside some money for dress alterations.
And what about the top? Do you want the top leave-in?
Can't we take this away?
That's what I think.
But the girls each have their own ideas about what needs to be done.
What do you reckon, Sal?
I think you're trying to make
Got
too many
something to pick your
alterations before tomorrow.
Yeah, but I have to wear this tomorrow.
So it's either alterations or she's going to look like a sack of spuds on her wedding day.
Yeah, but if I can get it altered, why am I going to wear it
If
like
he's
this?
put money aside to get it altered.
I'm just saying, is there time?
Why are you being a bitch?
I'm not, I'm just saying.
It sounds a bit harsh.
You like it, do you? You like this?
I don't think that looks that bad. Okay. I don't think it looks that bad. But James has chosen this for you to wear, hasn't he? But he obviously liked
It's
it.
her wedding day.
Yeah, but he
She's
hasn't
the
seen me
bride.
in it. Well, the seamstress is going to have to stay up all night. I think that's the point.
James's seamstress arrives. Can she prevent a dress disaster?
It is a signature Westwood. I recognised it.
It's a signature Westwood, guys. I'm going to be in so much trouble at work when I don't know my statement Vivian next.
And will she even have the dress ready for the wedding tomorrow?
I think this process has made me realise how much I kind of want it to be the perfect wedding, but I can see from the dress, like, people's reactions make me think, oh God, they're not even happy. They're thinking negative things, and I don't want people to think that. I just want it to be a good day where everyone's happy. If you've got bad memories, it's not a very good way to start, is it?
It's the morning of the wedding, and Hollie's hardly slept.
I hope that there's a bit of a party happening for you today. A bit of a marriage. Do you feel like a bride?
Do I look like a bride?
Yeah, you look stressed. You look like you haven't eaten for a couple of days.
How do brides feel? Do they feel like they're going to vomit?
Yeah.
Oh, right, I feel like one then. I'm going to start with some fruit.
How are you feeling about the dress?
What's the word I'm looking for? Feeling resigned. I'm resigned to the fact that I have to wear it.
Yeah.
And hopefully once it fits, it'll feel better, so we'll see.
While Hollie waits for the altered dress, James is making final preparations at the venue.
Let's get in here.
Look what I've done!
With the wedding dress back from the seamstress, it's too late for an alternative.
It just looks, I don't know.
It's more full.
Yeah, that looks better. It's kind of cute.
Fingers crossed, it'll look good on.
It's better.
Better. So much better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
It looks like a completely different dress, Hol. Oh, are you happier?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. Thank you, seamstress lady.
At last, Hollie's happy with the alterations to her dress. And at the venue, James is even happier with his pineapples.
Check this out, it's going to blow your mind.
Well, why wouldn't he be?
Tell me it's the best you've ever seen.
That's pretty cool.
Hi, Hollie.
Hello.
Hi, I can do your hair and makeup.
Oh my God.
Just Hollie?
Just Hollie. You did say just Hollie.
So, yeah. Thanks, James. Sort myself out.
Unaware he's already upset the bridesmaids, James is making last-minute changes to his gritty urban rooftop.
The busier I am, the better.
The florists are decorating industrial ducting with flowers, and he's even building a stage from pallets he found dumped in the yard. Bridesmaid sofas arrived at the boat to get ready with Nikki, but there's a last-minute panic about James's colour scheme.
Now, I'm worried because we're in black, essentially evening wear, and Hollie's in a pure white summer dress.
Yeah. So are we going to look overdressed?
Well, I think we're going to look stupid, yeah.
It'll look lovely with your necklace, though.
Yeah.
What will Hollie make of James's choice of black dresses?
Oh. Black's an interesting colour.
Yeah, compared to your pure white summer dress.
I like what you're both wearing.
Thanks, I went out and bought it.
With your own money?
Of course I did.
Ah.
I didn't have anything else that was black that I hadn't either worn to a job interview or a funeral, so...
And then suddenly she notices the necklaces.
That's the best necklace I've ever seen. He knows what I call you!
I know, it's really sweet that he knows what I call
That is so cool!
In Peckham, the rooftop's set. But something's occurred to James. Maybe a teeny bit too late.
I'm suddenly realised that I'm making Hollie get married on a rooftop of a factory on like her most special day ever might be the worst idea in the world.
and she might hate me forever.
Oh, come on. Having a wedding on a rooftop isn't the worst idea in the world, but buying your bride trainers might be.
Looks like a school bag.
God, they're plimsolls, aren't they?
They're trainers.
Well, they'll be comfortable. At least they'll match your dress.
And if she fancies a quick game of squash during the vows, she's sorted.
They've been made by hand. You can't buy these.
No. It's amazing. Yeah, it looks cute.
It looks really lovely.
At least they're comfy.
Yeah.
I can dance. We look so opposite.
I know. Yeah.
James has gone to Matt's house to get changed, and there's a surprise in store from Hollie.
Oh, mate.
Not from me.
How'd you know that?
It's a pocket watch, and Hollie gave it to me 6 years ago. It doesn't work, but it's very beautiful, and I loved it. It's there to remind you of the time we've had together, but also the time we'll have in the future. And let's never spend through this part again. Hollie. That is very nice. Let's do this.
As James sets off for the venue, Hollie's transport arrives, giving a clue to her destination.
I think we're going to London.
Let me take you by the hand and lead you through the streets of London. Show you something to make you change your mind. Let me take you by the hand.
Hey! How are you? Congratulations, my friend.
As James makes some last-minute preparations, the guests start to arrive.
I don't really know what I was expecting today, but I can safely say this is different to Lincolnshire today.
It may not be Lincolnshire, but what will the Londoners make of it?
A bit shabby for a wedding. Well, we're not going to Hackney. Clapham Common? I would say we're heading towards Peckham.
This is definitely a big risk.
Most brides would want a church or like a big stately home.
You know, let's hope she's into it for his sake.
Oh, we're in Peckham. I would never in a million years have thought it would be in this area.
It's kind of exciting, a little bit concerning as well.
I've just put my scarf down on the floor and I can pretty much guarantee it's going to be a bit dirty when I pick it back up again.
In here? Where in God's name are we? Thank you.
Hollie dreamed of getting married in the family church in Lincolnshire. James may have transformed a dusty rooftop in Peckham to the perfect summer party venue. But will it match up to Hollie's traditional standards?
I can't help but feel we're a little overdressed for the location. Yeah. Now I can smell fish. Not sure if it's rubbish or if it's what James has set up for us.
It's not exactly what I was picturing.
6 floors up, the guests are waiting for Hollie to arrive. The bridesmaids and Mum lead the procession.
It's very trendy.
In here?
Oh.
A wedding.
I never thought you'd get married in a place like this.
And Hollie and Dad Rob follow them down the aisle. Or should that be, alleyway?
Hello again.
Hollie's sister Jem is waiting with best man Tom to present the bridesmaids with their pineapples.
It looks like a fruit basket on my head.
Have we done anything that bad to offend him? He's called me stinks and put a fruit basket on my head. What did I ever do wrong?
And it's not just the bridesmaids who are stunned.
You never cease to amaze me.
What, me or James?
Both of you, really.
Oh, there's flowers.
At last.
Thank you.
Sorry. That's a bad start, isn't it?
Unusual decoration. It's a piece of
Slightly odd.
interrupting, isn't it?
Don't be mad when you see that he wanted. If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. All the single ladies, all the single ladies, all the single ladies, all the single ladies, all the single ladies.
sick, I'm not gonna lie.
A little bit sick.
Just a tad.
Okay.
Who are you?
So, if a freight train goes past, we've got to stop. But everyone's here today, so let's have a wedding!
Unconventional as ever, James has chosen to have the speeches before the vows.
Really, what I want to say, James, is love and best wishes to you both for a very long, long and happy future. Thank you.
Our once wedding-phobic groom has decided to make a speech of his own.
I hadn't prepared a speech because I assumed I'd be in tears at this point. And in fact, I'm not sure if it's a good thing or not. Before we were going out, we went ice skating together. And I was rubbish at ice skating, obviously. And I remember I'd fallen over again and I found myself sitting in a large kind of icy puddle. And I remember you skated up to me and without really saying anything, you just sort of sat down next to me in the puddle, cross-legged. And I was baffled by this and looked at you and then, OK, what are you doing? And you went, well, I didn't think it was fair that you were the only one with a cold, wet bum. And I remember at the time thinking that's probably the sweetest thing anyone's ever done, ever. And 6 years later, it reminds me of just what an incredible, selfless human being you are.
Oh. James, will you take Hollie to be your wife?
I do.
And Hollie, will you take James to be your lawful wedded husband, to be loving, faithful and loyal to him for the rest of your married life together?
I do.
Can we have the rings?
Yeah. Does that replace this one? Or do I have to
Put
put
that
them
on the
both
other hand, Hollie.
Can we actually just put it in your pocket? I love it to pieces, but it's ridiculous.
OK. James and Hollie, witnessed by your friends and family, I am honoured to pronounce you man and wife. You may see. Ladies and gentlemen, Nana, I present to you Hollie and James.
Hollie dreamed of a wedding celebrating her family home in Lincolnshire. But James has given her a day centred round their life together in London.
Do you like this?
It's very cute. Yeah, I love it.
You sound so underwhelmed. Do you actually like it, to be honest?
I love it. I love it.
I don't feel like it.
I did hate the dress, I'm so sorry. I said it looked like a bed sheet and that I was very underwhelmed. I said very many things about the dress.
I messed up, didn't I? The dress, nice important pie, I messed up. Sorry.
You did it.
I'm so sorry.
Do you feel happy, like you achieved something?
I feel like I've ruined your big day.
I just didn't like the dress, that was all. That's the only thing.
Sorry.
All your effort. I love it.
We found yellow diamonds in the night. We found
No, I didn't like the dress, but yeah, it suits the venue. The dress and the shoes, yeah, it looks all right.
Look at the view. Oh my God, you can see the London Eye, and the Shard, and a car park. Yeah! You can see a car park.
In a warehouse.
Well, it's definitely not what I said I wanted, but I think it's better.
Yeah?
We found love in a hopeless place.
What he's pulled off, it's really come from the heart. He's done really well.
Cheers, guys. Job well done. Yes.
Did it feel like a wedding? I think actually, because I'm not very serious, it was quite a good tone. I liked that it was different, and I liked that he wrote nice stuff. It was special. It was really special. I cried all the way through. Did you? Yeah, I can stop. Oh, thank you. That looks hot. Shove it in there. I was all right until I got handed this pineapple on my head, which is now actually digging into my head. But I did actually want to pull one out and throw one at him. Is there a specific theme? Like, is it like Caribbean?
The idea was to be a wedding about our life in London, a celebration of our life in London.
It definitely feels like a wedding. I think it feels like a wedding that not everyone would have, but a wedding that Hollie and James would have, and I think that's what you set out to do.
The guests are having a great time, but James is still not convinced Hollie's happy.
Do you know
pretty
what
horrible.
I was saying the whole time?
What?
How guilty I felt that I made you do this?
I felt guilty the whole time.
How did you feel guilty?
Because-
I made you do this.
No, but I feel guilty because I've realised this whole process that I've actually taken away your chance to make your perfect day. And that's
This
like the most
is my perfect
It's
day.
not though.
It's amazing.
It's not. It's in a
Don't
dress
be
you don't
ridiculous.
love.
I like the dress now. I feel like me. I like the shoes. Everyone's having an amazing time. Everybody's here. That's all I wanted, to share it with everyone. Everyone's here.
And as the sun sets and the real party starts downstairs, this bride's on top of the world.
I have no idea where James got his ideas from. I think they're amazing. I don't think I actually could have done it as well as this. I think it was actually perfect for me.
I hope after this there are times when I feel strongly or stubborn about something, I will be more able to look at things through Hollie's perspective and actually to do something solely for her.
If this was a test you've passed with flying colours...
Really?
Yeah. I'll give you a prize when you get home.
Next time, wedding-obsessed bossy bride-to-be Alex
Anybody that knows me is crazy wedding girl.
wants a romantic Downton Abbey-style wedding.
I've always wanted something that's going to wow everybody.
But her childhood sweetheart, Mark,
She'll be in tears, I know she will.
is planning to take her Downton farm.
Keep it traditional.
So will pig racing excite this hard-to-please bride?
Stinks.
Or will this West Country lad
Feel physically sick.
be too local?
I was wondering the availability of the Wurzels.